iconic freedom speech in Braveheart is not just an electrifying moment, it's a defining piece of cinematic history. This scene, where William Wallace rallies his men before battle, transcends the boundaries of historical epics, transforming a fight for Scottish independence into a universal anthem of human liberty. Before diving into why this scene resonates so powerfully, let's watch this unforgettable moment. Then, we'll unpack how a single word, freedom, became the beating heart of Braveheart's cultural legacy. We'll explore how this speech elevated historical fiction to new emotional heights, redefined cinematic speeches, and created a lasting impact on how filmmakers craft scenes that inspire. Prepare to see how Wallace's cry for freedom continues to challenge our understanding of sacrifice and national identity. Finally, we'll trace the scene's influence on future films, showcasing how Braveheart shaped the way inspirational speeches are written, performed, and remembered.
William Wallace?
Can't be. Not tall enough.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people. Where is thy salute?
For presenting yourselves on this battlefield, I give you thanks.
This is our army. To join it, you give homage.
I give homage to Scotland. And if this is your army, why does it go?
We didn't come here to fight for them.
Oh, the English are too many.
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Yes, I've heard. He kills men by the hundred. And if he were here, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse. I am William Wallace. And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight?
Right? Against that? No! We will run!
And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Revolutionary cinematic speeches. Braveheart's freedom speech set the gold standard for monologues in cinema. In a genre often defined by spectacle, this moment pierced through with raw emotion, offering a deeply personal take on the human desire for freedom. It wasn't just a battlefield rally, it was a call to the spirit, elevating William Wallace from warrior to symbol. This speech revolutionized how inspirational moments are handled in film, influencing movies like 300 and Gladiator, where speeches became the emotional core that elevated their stories. Cultural impact. The word freedom became a cultural touchstone, resonating far beyond the film. Braveheart's message of defiance against tyranny struck a chord with audiences around the world, making the freedom speech one of the most quoted and celebrated moments in cinematic history. This scene helped transform Braveheart from a historical epic into a timeless representation of resistance, courage, and the human spirit. Influence on character arcs. William Wallace's transformation from a man seeking personal vengeance to a symbol of national identity is brought to life in this scene. His speech redefined how character arcs could be shaped through monologues, demonstrating that a single speech could encapsulate an entire narrative's emotional core. This approach has since inspired countless films, such as The Lord of the Rings and The Dark Knight Rises, where characters deliver speeches that reflect their journey and growth. Fusion of cinematic elements. What makes the freedom speech so unforgettable isn't just Mel Gibson's powerful delivery, it's the seamless integration of the cinematography and score. The sweeping visuals of the battlefield, combined with James Horner's stirring music, elevate the speech from a historical rallying cry to an epic, almost mythic moment. This masterful combination of sound, performance, and visuals became a blueprint for creating cinematic moments that transcend dialogue, leaving a lasting impact on audiences. Timeless appeal. Decades after its release, Braveheart's freedom speech remains as powerful as ever. Its ability to connect with audiences on both a personal and universal level continues to make it relevant in discussions about freedom, leadership, and sacrifice. Modern audiences still find themselves stirred by the emotion and gravitas of this scene, making it a touchstone for how cinema can inspire action and reflection. The impact of this speech extends beyond Braveheart, shaping how filmmakers approach pivotal moments in their stories. Its combination of emotional depth and historical significance paved the way for films across genres to create speeches that transcend their immediate context, becoming symbols of larger cultural and philosophical ideas. This influence can be seen in films from V for Vendetta to The Hunger Games, where a speech can unite characters and audiences alike in a shared cause. Due to its groundbreaking delivery, emotional resonance, and its far-reaching influence on cinematic storytelling, the freedom speech in Braveheart stands as one of the most iconic moments in film history.